6 goals, 5 lead changes, Harry Kane scoring a penalty on a retake, Croatia twice pulling level, Bellingham breaking the deadlock, and Rashford sealing it at 85 minutes. England 4, Croatia 2. But look closer at each goal. Every Croatian goal came from England losing tactical shape, and every England goal came from a different tactical weapon that Croatia had no answer for. England started in a 4-2-3-1, Rice and Anderson as a double pivot, Madueke driving down the right channel, Bellingham as the number 10, Gordon on the left, Kane as the lone striker. Their tactical identity, high-tempo pressing, overloading wide channels, and using Bellingham's movement between the lines to create decisional crises in opposition midfields. Croatia lined up in a 4-3-3 with Modrić, Pasalic, and Sučić in midfield. Young Baturina operating as a free number 10, Musa up front. The problem for Croatia was always going to be the same one. Can Modrić at 40 years old maintain the pressing intensity needed to contain England's midfield tempo for 90 minutes? The answer was no. 12 minutes in, Madueke received wide right and immediately drove at Croatia's left side. Gvardiol had tucked in centrally, leaving Modrić exposed one-on-one in the channel. This is a textbook wide isolation. England's pressing trigger forced exactly this situation. Madueke receives in Croatia's right channel, isolated one-on-one against Modrić. Watch Modric's starting position. He's been tracking Bellingham's central movement, which means he's half a stride late when Madueke suddenly accelerates wide. By the time Modrić turns to press, Madueke has already entered the danger zone. The challenge is late, the foul is clear. First penalty, saved brilliantly by Livakovic, diving right. But the referee called a retake. The goalkeeper's foot was off the line. Second attempt, Kane sent him the wrong way. Clinical. England 1, Croatia 0. Croatia hit back 11 minutes later. Modrić played a measured pass to Baturina, not to the wing but into the right half space. England's midfield had a problem. This is the half-space exploit that exposed England's double pivot. Watch what Croatia built up. Perisic making the overlap on the left wing drags Gordon wide. Musa in the center occupies Stones and Konsa. That leaves a gap in England's midfield shape, specifically in the right half space. Modrić plays the pass. Baturina drifts into that gap. Now watch Rice and Anderson. Rice is drawn toward the ball. Anderson is tracking Musa's movement in the center. Neither can close Baturina before he can take the shot. This is textbook decisional crisis. Two midfielders forced to choose between 3 simultaneous threats. There is no correct decision fast enough. Baturina drives forward, strikes cleanly from the edge of the box. Bottom corner. Stunning technique. England's midfield was forced into the wrong choice at the wrong moment. Both teams responded immediately. Kane won a header from a Declan Rice corner at 43 minutes. Croatia's zonal marking failed at the near post. England 2, Croatia 1. 2 minutes later, Musa equalized. England pushed for a third before halftime, their defensive line too high. Croatia broke, Musa received in space behind Rice, and his composure in one-on-one was cold-blooded. 2-2 at halftime, absolute chaos at AT&T Stadium. Into the second half, Bellingham began taking up positions in Croatia's right half space more aggressively. Croatia didn't have an answer. Watch this combination precisely. This is the half-space penetration combined with a 1-2 combination. 2 players, 2 touches, and Croatia's entire defensive shape is beaten. Bellingham receives in the right half space. Croatia's defensive problem is immediately visible. Modrić is trying to account for Bellingham's forward run, Kane's movement, and Gordon arriving late. He can only cover one. Bellingham rolls it to Kane, who has dropped on the half turn. Kane doesn't shoot. He plays the wall pass, the 1-2 back into Bellingham's continued run. The timing breaks Croatia's defensive line. By the time Vušković and Šutalo track Kane, Bellingham has already continued his run behind them. The return pass is perfect. The finish is low, precise, through Livakovic's legs. England 3, Croatia 2. Bellingham announces himself at World Cup 2026. 85 minutes. Croatia needed 2 goals. Rashford. Fresh legs, 75 minutes of rest. Replaced Gordon on the left. The substitute advantage principle. Fresh legs against exhausted legs in a one-on-one situation creates an unwinnable contest. Rashford takes the ball wide left immediately. No time wasted. Stanisic, who has run 90 minutes, is in a 1v1 against a player who has barely broken sweat. This is not a contest. Rashford drives down the line, cuts inside on his stronger right foot, and curls it across Livakovic into the far corner. Wide isolation executed in 7 seconds flat. There was no tactical solution for Croatia. England's tactical intelligence was evident in every goal. Kane's penalty, wide isolation, exploiting Modric's age and lack of recovery pace. Bellingham's goal, half-space penetration combined with a 1-2 that bypassed Croatia's entire defensive structure. Rashford's seal, substitute advantage, creating an unwinnable wide isolation. Croatia's primary failure was systemic. Their 4-3-3 midfield was built around Modric's intelligence, but at 40, that intelligence cannot compensate for the decisional crisis that England's pressing tempo repeatedly manufactured. The secondary failure, their half-space entry from Baturina, was tactically brilliant, but Croatia couldn't replicate it when England adapted their defensive positioning after halftime. England's win wasn't about talent alone. It was about reading and exposing a specific defensive weakness, and doing it 5 different ways. 6 goals, 6 tactical concepts decoded. Subscribe for same-day analysis of every World Cup 2026 match. Hit the bell. The next episode drops within hours of the next match.